Welcome guys. Let's see. Trading week 49. What we have from previous week, we saw divergence and a possible uh, bullish movement. We got a movement actually, but in the closing went down. Which is more interesting. We didn't got sign from the VV plus. But I still want to see the previous high to reach. There's still place to move, actually. So yeah, the setup is still the same. We still want to see this area to reach. The Canadian dollar got his weakness, but let's see. Also, the Canadian dollar was one of the currencies which is closed in red together with the DXY. So this week, the previous week was actually both currencies a bit weaker than the rest. Australian dollar and ZD. Okay, the bearish momentum is clear. I don't know. Back to the USD CAD. To see the daily chart first. Looks like my PC is not awake yet. All right. There was a divergence on daily basis, which had a pullback as well. Now we see a possible convergence. Depends on the opening price actually, but as you see on the RSI, it's still in red. So this will be a correction, and then maybe even a weaker date 5 for next week, but let's see, because as you see, the NFP was positive for the DXY. Want to see the opening, and then I can tell the rest, because if you see also WV plus crossing zero line, heading in the bullish momentum. Structural divergence, everything red under the zero line. Don't know what this is here, actually. Crossing the zero line in the bearish momentum. Oh, now I see. This is a divergence, actually, which is didn't made yet. Right, which isn't made yet. Maybe next week it is about to form, because you see the price went down and there is a difference in the volume. So yeah, but even if it goes back, you see on the weekly RSI, on the flex RSI, we're heading back, and it will be still a red momentum. And that's my point, because maybe here we got the retest, but I want to see a retest actually with the touch, which is on the 61 fib level. Okay, Euro GPB. That's not much actually. I drawed this here. Want to see the price come here. Didn't change much actually because it was first an up and then a down move. It's first up, then down. There was a divergence forming, which I said also on the daily basis. Then the price was turning down. Actually, now is a clear bearish momentum under the zero line. Everything is red. We got a sell signal. The weekly basis is happening. It's my PC. You see also the bearish momentum, the sell signal, also the RSI in red. So most of the signals are showing us continuation down actually, and this is the first target zone, which is also about 130 pips. There is a potential, and even if it breaks below that point, it is the next target zone, and it's about 370 pips. Okay, so next pair. Yes, I draw it here a divergence, possible divergence, which is made actually. And we are gonna looking on smaller time frame, and now the previous week we got a buy signal, and it looks like we're gonna break the zero line because we broke as well the RSI. Okay, and I will say still this target zone. I think I was looking on a monthly basis, but let's see to make a move up, because even if it goes up, uh, what I draw, I think here on higher time frame, if this goes up, there will be a divergence. Okay, so there will be a difference. So this was the previous target zone. If I place it to this point, actually, delete this on the 61 will be nice, and then we are gonna see this divergence here. Okay, let's see on daily basis. Okay, we are heading above the zero line, and this looks like we're gonna break the RSI as well. We got the buy signal. There is a green momentum actually. So yeah, the first target zone is the previous high. Of course, the previous high needs to break to continue to this level on the weekly area. Okay. Oh, the DXY. I was looking for the bullish side of the XY with the NFP as well, but as you see, there was a positive news for the XY, but then it got a pullback as well. It shows that the XY is actually weak, and there will be no correction. My opinion, we broke the structure. There was a convergence. There is a convergence now. We are heading to a red momentum on weekly basis as well. We are breaking the zero line. And there is a broke in the destroyer as well. So this looks like we're gonna first reach the zone, which I wrote like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. And it's this point, the 38. See the fib moved as well. And I want to see the price come back to here and eventually make a retest move, which is like back to the 61 maybe. But first of all, we need to come back because there will be also divergence if the price goes down next week. Then there is already a divergence right now, but it's not formed yet. It depends how it closes next week. Okay, so it has to be have a correction first, and then it will be way too high. Actually, see, yes, this is not beautiful, but yeah, looking for the victory the XY on daily basis as well, because we got the convergence under the zero line. There is red momentum. The XY. The XY reached the target zone. And we got on the oversold zone. Let's see on weekly basis. This was the 38, and we are now at the zero line. There is a small divergence, which is also almost the same like on the XY. It will depend on next week that we're heading into the next target, or we are going down from the zero line. Also bounce, because here is already a divergence forming and we are still under the zero line. So let's see what the price does this week. I want to check later on the economic calendar and how the JPY news look like. If it doesn't turn down this week, then we are heading to this point. Okay, this or this, but it's the different scenario if it bounces from this point, because then I think the price will break down and go back to the low. If it does like this move, then I think the next move will be also a continuation up. And then I don't know when I draw this line here, but this will be the target zone to be correct. Right. And there is a connection point between the two. Oh, beautiful. Breakout, and then back, maybe retest. But the VV plus is way too bullish right now. And this was also a big candle and move from the XY actually, because if you see on the Japanese pairs, actually the NZD and the LD was also strong, or stronger than the rest. See those moves. The Canadian dollar, of course, it was a weaker pair the previous week, so this had the potential to be the biggest fall actually. And see the rest. Okay, XY, XY. Let's see the Euro index. Um, oh, what? We reached also the target zone, what I wanted to see, but there was no correction like on the XY. We are still in sell, but even same scenarios also on the XY. If this goes up and then we got the third here, you're gonna get a divergence. So we need to make retest, but as I see, this could be even moving there to the 61 like the XY to 38, and then oh shit. And then I would say if I see for the longer term dollar, this gonna be all the way down in the next move. For me, it's just a pure correction move, which is made right now from the AXY, because on yearly basis, I'll show you. What's wrong with my PC? On yearly basis, there is still a big potential for the dollar to move, and this will looks like a V pattern actually, also known as head and shoulders harmonic pattern. Back in the time, looks like something like this. I think this is the bet. Okay, and if it's like this, the butterfly. I think the bet. Okay, so there is still a potential movement for this. And was at least AXY. Let's see. the XY. A strong move, actually. Read the previous high. The resistance zone is broken. We broke zero line and it's heading up. There is no divergence. There was a divergence, and the CXY is way too strong. Like right now, it's on weekly basis, back on weekly basis. It's also the previous high. I want to see that. Oh, the 61 is right now here, and there is an overbought price. So this need also correction because it was a long bull run actually from past weeks. We saw only a stronger ZXY, and maybe right now from the overbought zone. Would even say inverted head and shoulders, so back to 38 and then move up because this is way too strong. So the only correction which I want to see is back on 38 and then go up, right? Let's make some place for the next movement. The AXY also a bit stronger, but you see the NZD dominating above the Australian dollar. Here is also divergence. So, which means the Australian dollar have some effect on the New Zealand dollar. Okay. If it turns down, there is a divergence, and I want to see the price right now to make a down movement because we are under the zero line on the AXY. Let's turn red on weekly basis. Let's see on daily. On daily, there is a structural divergence, which means the VV plus is heading down. There is no divergence, only a convergence. From previous week, there was also divergence, and we saw the price moving up, but right now, I want to see the price from this convergence falling down. Okay, so I'm looking for weaker AXY. SXY. The SXY still a bull momentum. There is a sell side, but is also like on the DXY. If this moving up, then we're gonna get a divergence. Let's see on daily basis. Almost reached, but not this time. Okay, now delete this. It's not actual anymore. There was a convergence, and right now we see also convergence. This is in turning green, so I want to see a following strength from the SXY. actually on daily basis for sure, and also on weekly basis because there is no other sign. Um, we are heading down, but making place for eventual for the next movement. And here is the resistance. I think we're gonna meet that point, and then we have to check how it looks like, because if it rises to here and if this goes above, there will be a convergence, which is also a good sign because it's a continuation when the price is at an oversold level, or something like things happened here, a correction move and then continue up. But I want to see first meet this area. There is a potential in the SXY to reach that level. Okay, let's see the BXY. Also going up in the past few weeks. Here was the target zone, the first target zone. We were talking about this break retest. It was a break retest right here, and then right now we are on the 61. There is maybe some place, but I think there is still some strength in the BXY. So I think this will continue. We got here the buy side from the week before. There is also green momentum. There was no divergence. There is no divergence. We only see the convergence in the price. Let's see for the next target. And the next target. This is a bit too high. But first this, but after that, the previous high was target. Okay. It's a bit far away right now, but if the BXY does his move, because it's already a big correction, as you see in the past few weeks. Talking about this. Okay. Target zone reached. Let's see the next. Let's say XY is bouncing beautiful from the trend line. What is my other one? Oh, there you go. Divergence, still the same divergence move, heading down. Just move to this point and then a pullback. The momentum didn't turn red yet, but still I want to see to break on the zero line and fall down. Okay, it didn't change actually. Yes, it changed because we got here the divergence as well. So I want to see the weaker Canadian dollar next week. Point. There's not much to see. Okay. I think this was the easiest pair to analyze. And let's see the XAU USD. The XAU USD. As you see on the VV Plus, we're heading above zero line. There was here a divergence. I want to meet this point actually on weekly basis. Zone, first zone is here. It's also about 500 pips, so there is still place to go. But like on the DXY, if the price goes up, but the destroyer don't moves, then this will be also a divergence. So this is actually the target zone, but if the divergence is forming one of those areas, okay, then it will turn down. Actually, I think maybe with the start of the new year, let's see, on daily basis. Okay, we see an there is still place to move right here. We see a convergence from both of the sides, which is good as well. I see here a structural divergence potential. And I want to see first meeting those levels and what the price does actually, but right now it's a pretty bullish momentum. Okay. I think that's it, guys. Oh, the economic calendar first. The Australian dollar. Some news within 1 hour. She retail says global services, not much to see. There will be some liquidity in the market, but I don't expect big moves from those news actually. Oh, the interest rate decision. This is an interesting news on Tuesday, 4 a.m. This will be something to trade on or to wake up early. Balance of trade on the Canadian dollar, maybe. The Australian GDP, maybe. Interest rate decision. This is more interesting from the Canadian dollar, but how it looks like it will be negative as well for the dollar, Canadian dollar. I see big news, balance of trade, RBI bulletin. This could be also something interesting. Don't see much on GPY actually. And the Friday PP. Okay, there is some interesting news for the next week. Lot more of the interest rate decisions. What I'm looking for, unemployment rate from the CHF, but that's it actually. Okay. All right, guys. So thanks for your attention and see you next week.